Welcome to the MLS Show. It is me, Baz, here for our news weekly roundup. Basically, all the stuff that's gone on in the last 7 days since I was last here. What a 7 days. Let's get straight into it anyway. And we're going to start in the only place I feel we can start, and that is Kamara. Kamara, last week's game against Montreal Impact. Kamara. It all started so well. Trademark header from just the Merrim cross. Another goal. Great little touch over the defender. Flicked it past the defender. Toe pokes it past the keeper. Brilliant. Columbus Crew then go 3-1 up in the game and then get a penalty. And this is where it's all unfailed, really. It all unravelled before our eyes. Kamara picks the ball up. He's on 2 goals. Wants to score. He's never scored a hat-trick in his career. Wants to put the ball in the back of the net for his first ever MLS hat-trick. First ever career hat-trick, I think it was. And Federico Higuain is wants the ball. There's a little bit of a to-ing and throwing. Other people are involved. And eventually Parkhurst, the captain, comes down and has a word. And it gets sorted out. And Higuain takes the penalty and scores a lovely penalty, to be fair. Puts puts Columbus Crew 4-1 up against Montreal Impact. Kamara jogs away, shaking his head. What happened next? That seemed to throw Columbus Crew into a little bit of disarray. Montreal get a penalty almost immediately. Didier Drogba scores that. Piatti makes it 4-3. And Ajuro pops up with an injury time goal like he's been doing lately, and it's 4-4. But obviously, all of the talk is about Kamara and Higuain. After it, Kamara gives a pitch-side interview and basically lays into Higuain, saying, I wanted to score my first ever hat-trick. I've done 2 goals. Higuain, I'm not surprised by him. He doesn't set me up anyway. He's only assisted. He didn't say this, but he'd only created 3 of Kamara's goals for Columbus. He never passes me the ball. I don't look for him. What do you expect? Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. Which is really, really disappointing for a Columbus Crew fan. To see your players arguing and fighting over a penalty is horrible, really. I can see where Kamara was coming from in terms of scoring a penalty, but it was 3-1. Higuain wants to win the game. So at that time, I'm thinking you've got to designate a penalty situation. I've seen it last year with Everton, with my club, Kevin Morales and Leighton Baines arguing over a penalty. Who should take it? Morales wanted it and missed it, and Everton didn't win the game. It ended in a draw, exactly the same this time. Only, obviously, Higuain scored the penalty. Since then, that fallout has come. Apparently, Kamara said that Higuain wanted to give it to Ethan Finlay, which is a bit weird. And when Finlay didn't want it, he'd give it to Kamara. Higuain took the ball back and went, "It's my ball, I'm taking it." And apparently scored the pen. Anyway, the fallout from that has resulted in Kamara being traded from Columbus Crew to New England Revolution. Wow, is all I can say. Wow. It's a fantastic deal for New England Revolution. They're getting a goal scorer. They're getting a target man and a proven goal scorer. I think he's one of the best strikers in MLS. He's in one of the top 3 for me. He's fantastic. And he scores lots of goals, and that's what the Revs need. Because it's quite complicated what he's gone for. He's gone for general allocation money, targeted allocation money, and New England's highest first-round super draft pick in 2017. New England's second-round MLS super draft pick in 2018. And New England's international roster spots for 2016. And Columbus Crew will also retain a percentage of any future transfer fee should Kamara be sold to any club outside of MLS. Unbelievable for me. Not unbelievable. Something had to happen. It couldn't carry on. You couldn't have had those 2 playing together anymore. It was done. Once Kamara's come out with that rant, I'll call it, it's done. It's literally game over for them 2. One of them had to go. I'm just surprised as an outsider that it's been Kamara that has been the one that's been pushed out the door. Yes, I understand he's the one that come out with the mouth full, so therefore he's the perpetrator in this. But I think if it was me, I'd have wanted to keep Kamara over Higuain, as good as he is, Federico Higuain. But anyway, there was always going to be someone moving on after this incident. It couldn't have happened. It was too public a spat for it to happen. And it clearly shows you that something isn't right between them anyway, for them to have that rant. So basically, Kai Kamara's gone to New England Revolution. The big thing for them is they've got players like Charlie Davis, Agudelo, Teal Bunbury. They've also had Rowe playing up there. They've had Femi playing up there. So there's a lot of strikers there. But for me, Kamara trumps all of them. I think he'd be good with Charlie Davis, who's a big target man. I think he'd be fantastic. Lee Wynn, I think if you flank Teal Bunbury on one side, Rowe coming in off the other side, you could have a really, really exciting and attacking 5 players almost, 5 forwards. If you've got Kamara, Davis, Bunbury and Rowe, or Agudelo coming in off the flank, and you've got Lee Wynn supplying them, could be fantastic for the Revs. It's exactly what they need. They need someone who you can hang your hat on. Every club in MLS needs it. Kamara to New York City would have been unreal. Him and David Villa would have been incredible for me. But, you know, it's a great pickup for the New England Revolution. There is no doubt about it. In terms of Columbus Crew, Kamara is he's a young lad who has been doing well in training and has come on, made a couple of appearances as a sub. So I think he will go in and try and fill that gap for now. Merrim can play up there as well. Finley could probably play down the middle. Be interesting to see whether Columbus follow up their interest in Falcao. He's been heavily linked there in the past, so they could go back for Falcao, who hasn't had the greatest of times at Chelsea, and I still think he'd be a fantastic pickup. There's also Carlos Vela, who's been mentioned in Columbus Crew as well, so I'm quite sure they will be looking to do something to replace Kai Kamara. But for me, it was a big shock, Kamara moving on to the New England Revolution. But we'll see how he does at his new club, and we'll see how Columbus do without their main target man. Okay, talking about wow moments. Zlatan Ibrahimović. He is expected to leave Paris Saint-Germain. He has tweeted that this will be his last home game at the Parc des Princes this weekend. Interesting. Ped will be absolutely wetting himself. He loves Ibrahimović. He's a fantastic player, isn't he? And I think he'd be amazing for MLS. I think he'd do. He'd be amazing in MLS. He'd be amazing for the branding of MLS. He'd be amazing for any club that gets him. He's been linked with LA Galaxy. It's going to be interesting to see how they possibly fit in and how they get round it. Will the league change some rules? Will they change some rules? Will Steven Gerrard return home early, freeing up the DP place? Will Zlatan actually end up at LA Galaxy? It's a club that's been mooted. New York City they should just bin Frank Lampard off. Just bin him now. Just say, enough is enough, Frank. Go and write your kids' books. He's already, Lampard, one of the pieces of news I'm going to lump in with this because I brought him up, is he's joining the BBC for their Euro coverage in the middle of an MLS season, and he doesn't play anyway. New York City, just bin him off, pay him off. Etihad, Manchester City Football Group, whatever it is, City Football Group, get rid of him and free up that DP place and get Zlatan in alongside David Villa. Oh my word, it will be incredible to see Zlatan Ibrahimović and David Villa feeding off Pirlo's passes. Imagine that. Incredible. Lampard, he's just not doing it. I still think he would, if he could ever get fit, he'd be an asset to New York City, but he's never fit. So why not, go big on Zlatan Ibrahimović? It'd be an incredible signing for any MLS club. Like I say, branding-wise, incredible. Player-wise, fantastic. Any team would be happy to have him. Interest zooms up. More and more people want to watch it because he's just such a character, isn't he? He's just such a fantastic footballer. Still scores a lot of goals. I think he'd be incredible for it. I'm excited by it, I'll be honest with you. I am very, very excited to see if Zlatan does actually go over to Major League Soccer. There's big rumours here. Big rumours all over the place now that he is going to join an MLS club. And like I say, LA Galaxy have been linked with him, but what an incredible move that would be by Galaxy if they could nab him. It'd be incredible. But again, it's only rumours at this stage. We have to state that. But it's exciting news, and it's the kind of thing that MLS want. They want listen, there's DPs that you can go and get. We all want the league to have younger DPs. I certainly do want it to grow as much as it can, but sometimes a player is too big an opportunity to miss, and I think Ibrahimović is one of them. I think Messi will be another one of them. Ronaldo possibly will be another one of them. But underneath that, you want to underpin that with good, younger, up-and-coming talent, most definitely. But Ibrahimović, for me, is a no-brainer. He brings so much with him. He's still got a lot to offer. He's still scored a lot of goals, free kicks, everything. And he's just such a character. The arrogance of him as well is hilarious. Zlatan this and Zlatan that. And I just think it's incredible. I've got a sticker somewhere. Bear with me. I'm back. I mean, look at that. Hello, Zlatan's name is Zlatan. Need to say anymore. Incredible, incredible. So there you go, rumours that Zlatan Ibrahimović is off to MLS. Me and Ped can't wait. We are hoping it's done quickly and we can all get excited about it. But what a sign. And which club do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Which club do you think will be a good fit for him? Would you be excited to see Zlatan Ibrahimović in MLS? Let me know in the comments section below. Okay, moving on from the transfer news regarding, or transfer speculation regarding Zlatan Ibrahimović. One player who doesn't look as though he's going to make that move now to MLS is John Terry. The Chelsea defender has been offered a one-year contract extension by the West London club. There was big talk that Terry will be leaving Chelsea this summer and moving to MLS, but it seems as though a lot of MLS clubs didn't want to pay big money for the DP at centre-back. I think John Terry's still an excellent defender. I think he could have done a job in MLS. I have said that before. I think one area where they could do with some organisation is the defence. And I think Terry is an excellent centre-half who would have really organised any defence in MLS. Would have been I think it would have been an asset. But it looks as though he may be prepared, or rather he may be ready to stay at Chelsea for another 12 months under new boss Antonio Conte. Okay, on to some injury news. Vancouver Whitecaps forward Kudo was knocked clean out in Vancouver Whitecaps 2-1 victory over Chicago Fire on Wednesday night. Kudo was in a collision with Lampson, the Chicago Fire goalkeeper, in the 12th minute. A horrible collision, really. Knocked him cold out. Goalkeeper turned him on his side quickly with blood running down his face. It was really, really nasty. He has a broken jaw and will be out for a while. No schedule has been put there for his return back to first team action. It's a really, really nasty one. Accidental, of course, chasing a through ball. Goalkeepers come out to claim the ball and caught him. But, we wish Kudo a speedy recovery. Just such a pity because he'd scored the week before, hadn't he, against Portland Timbers. So disappointing for the lad, but get well soon, Kudo. Okay, last Saturday saw Toronto FC's first home game at the BMO Stadium. It looks absolutely fantastic, impressive. The roof on three sides, a real European style feel to the stadium. People are a little bit disappointed with the north end of the stadium, which I believe the stand can be slid out for the Argonauts, is it? The Canadian football team, so that the pitch can be extended for that. People not happy with the no roof over the end of that north end and feel as though it loses a little bit of atmosphere there with not having the roof on. But as far as the renovation goes, it looks fantastic. Last week when the Canadian national anthem was being sung before the game, it was absolutely fantastic to see, and they've done an amazing job there, creating that look now, for the BMO Stadium. But just a pity they couldn't have got all four sides with the roof. It would have looked fantastic, wouldn't it? But Toronto back in action at home, and see how they get on from there. Got off to a good start last week. Can they continue it as we go forward? Okay, this week saw USA international DeAndre Yedlin. His side, Sunderland, secured Premier League safety for another season, beating my side, Everton, 3-0. Yedlin had a decent game, actually, right back, and he is developing quite well now at the Stadium of Light. Interesting to see what happens with him in the summer, whether he will remain on loan at Sunderland for the next 12 months, or will Sunderland come in and actually just pay a fee for him and take him to the Stadium of Light. don't think he's going to get in at Tottenham. He's not going to get in at Tottenham, let's be perfectly honest. They have Kyle Walker and David Trippier, who they paid £8 million for last summer. So Yedlin, third choice right back at Spurs. Can't see him getting in there. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Sunderland will stump up the money, whether Spurs actually just loan him out again for another 12 months to help him develop, or will Sunderland come in and try and take him permanently, or any other club for that matter. You know, he's a promising right back, really, really quick. He's got better. I'd done a video the other week and someone took it to heart when I said it hadn't been the greatest thing, you know, and wondered whether he should have remained in MLS, but he's playing in Sunderland's first team now, and it'll be interesting to see whether he remains at the stadium of like next season, either on loan or on a permanent transfer, or like I say, if somebody else who's been watching him comes in for him. I mean, my club, Everton, could go in for him because we need a backup to Seamus Coleman, or someone who's going to give Seamus Coleman some real competition in that right full-back spot. But be interesting to see what happens once DeAndre Yedlin goes back to Tottenham and finds out what Tottenham's plans are for him for this season. So to watch this space on Yedlin. Okay, the New York derby match is coming up soon between New York City and New York Red Bulls, and the Yankee Stadium is going to be all open. It's been made all available. 30,000 tickets have been sold already. So the Yankee Stadium will be fully opened. So we'll have to see if that fully sells out. But there was a reduction in tickets for Red Bulls fans. The away allocation was cut. I think there was 1,500 last season, down to 900 this season. But with more tickets sold, who's to say that there's not a lot of Red Bulls fans just sneaking into other bits of the stadium? But it's great news that the full stadium will be open, and it should be some atmosphere in there at that Yankee Stadium for the upcoming match. Okay, final bit of news this week. Jordan Morris scored in his fourth successive game last weekend. He tied the rookie record. He is going for the record this weekend against Dallas. Can he do it? Can he make it 5 goals in 5 games, 5 successive games? He had a little bit of a slow start. I think Seattle now settling down. I think he's settling down. Once he got that first goal, he got that monkey off his back, so to speak, and he's forming a decent little partnership there with Clint Dempsey, and it's just exactly what the Sounders needed. Really, they needed him to settle down and really, make his mark, because they lost Obafemi Martins in the summer, who'd been a big player for Seattle. So it's great to see young Jordan scoring the goals. I, for one, hope he breaks the record this weekend. It's great to see. A lot of comparisons being made between him and Kyle Larin. I think it was Taylor Twellman thinks that he can potentially eclipse Kyle Larin's rookie season last season. It remains to be seen, doesn't it? Kyle has continued scoring goals this season. Looks like an excellent prospect there for Orlando City. Jordan Morris looks fantastic, doesn't he, for Seattle? So it's going to be interesting to see whether he can keep that going this season. And I think if he finishes with, I think it was 19 goals Kyle got last year. If Jordan Morris finishes with 19, I think he'll be very, very pleased with his first season as a rookie. Right, that's all the news I've got for you for this week. Stay tuned. I will do a reaction video this weekend, being a little bit hectic. I should be able to get some studio time with Ped soon, because the Premier League season finishes, so we will have more time to do stuff like that. We've both been really, really busy the last few weeks with like Facebook Football Awards and everything else that we've been doing. So there will be studio time with the lads on a regular basis now. So look out for that. Look out for the reaction show. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it on Facebook. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Do all of the above. Tell your mates. And I'll catch you next time on the MLS Show. Another goal. Great little touch over the defender. Flicked it past the defender. Toe pokes it past the keeper. Brilliant. Columbus Crew then go 3-1 up in the game and then get a penalty. And this is where it's all unfurled, really. It all unravelled before our eyes. Kai Kamara picks the ball up. He's on 2 goals. Wants to score. He's never scored a hat-trick in his career. Wants to put the ball in the back of the net for his first ever MLS hat-trick. First ever career hat-trick, I think it was. and he created 3 of Kamara's goals for Columbus. He never passes me the ball. I don't look for him. What do you expect? Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. Which is really, really disappointing for the Columbus Crew fan. To see your players arguing and fighting over a penalty is horrible, really. I can see where Kamara was coming from in terms of scoring a penalty, but it was 3-1. Higuain wants to win the game. So at that time, I'm thinking you've got a designated penalty situation. I've seen it last year with Everton, with my club, Kevin Morales and Leighton Baines arguing over a penalty. Federico Higuain is once the ball, there's a little bit of a to-ing and throwing. Other people are involved, and eventually Parkhurst, the captain, comes down and has a word, and it gets sorted out, and Higuain takes the penalty and scores a lovely penalty, to be fair. Puts puts Columbus Crew 4-1 up against Montreal Impact. Kamara jogs away shaking his head. What happened next? That seemed to throw Columbus Crew into a little bit of disarray. Montreal get a penalty almost immediately. Didier Drogba scores that. Piatti makes it 4-3, and Adjoro pops up with an injury time goal like he's been doing lately, and it's 4-4. But obviously, all of the talk is about Kamara and Higuain. After it, Kamara gives a pitchside interview and basically lays into Higuain, saying, you know, I wanted to score my first ever hat-trick. I've done 2 goals. Higuain, I'm not surprised by him. He doesn't set me up anyway. He's only assisted. He didn't say this, but he don't. Welcome to the MLS Show. It is me, Baz, here for our news weekly roundup. Basically, all the stuff that's gone on in the last 7 days since I was last here. What a 7 days. Let's get straight into it anyway. And we're going to start in the only place I feel we can start, and that is Kai Kamara. Kai Kamara, last week's game against Montreal Impact. Kamara, it all started so well. Trademark header from just a Merrim cross.